There we go. Y'all can hear me now. There we go. Hey, appreciate y'all. 5 people up here waiting on me to get my technologies right. Y'all know how, y'all know how I do this thing, man. But Jay Buck up in this thing, man. Appreciate you coming through. A up in this thing. Appreciate you coming through. Jordan, what's up, Jordan, man? Let me know if that deal closed, man. We still got to get you on. The Wolf of Wall Street back up in this thing. Big Cuz, Mr. Rawls back up in this thing. Yeah, man, appreciate y'all coming through. Oh, yes, sir. Jordan, man, we got to get you on, man. Jordan closed the deal on him, man. Jordan closed the deal. Congratulations to Jordan. He's a faithful listener of the show, man, and he just closed his first deal. That's real big time right there, man. Jordan, getting it done over there, man. Man, you want to be the next person to get you a deal? Just take some action, man. You know what I'm saying? The key to all this is taking action. That's the key, man. Y'all hear me talk about it all the time. But like, difference between broke me and where I am now, is just action. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is action, man. You know, I didn't get a whole lot smarter. I didn't go and get, I didn't go and do anything different except take action. So that's the biggest thing, man. And a lot of you, maybe you took action, maybe you thought you took action, it didn't work. But the thing is, you have to keep taking that action, right? You got to be willing to continue to take action over time. And if you continue to take action over time, then you will run into that right action. Keep seeking wisdom. Keep seeking, okay, what's the right direction? And you will find that right direction. You find that right direction, you go hard. It's kind of like a running back. You back there, I'm back there running the ball, and I'm just being patient, waiting on the hole. And I see the hole, I burst through that thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Appreciate everybody that's coming through over here on TikTok, man, hollering at me. B said, did you fix the sound on YouTube? Yeah, man, fix the sound on YouTube. We rocking and rolling, man. Y'all come through with your questions. Let me know, what y'all think or what questions y'all have about this wholesaling thing. I was talking to some people earlier, and they were saying that, they thought the biggest thing was the hardest thing was trying to find sellers. I was just telling people, man, it's like, finding sellers, it's not the most difficult thing because a lot of people need to sell their property. Figuring out how you can profit off that seller is the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? So being able to profit off sellers is the biggest thing. And that's what we're experiencing right now. Like still trying to figure out how do you profit off sellers? Sometimes it may be wholesaler, sometimes it may be flipping, sometimes it may be, getting over to a realtor where you get a marketing fee. So it may be different stuff that you can do. And right now, I've been hitting these short sales, and so it's like, okay, how can I help people and profit at the same time? So, like that's the biggest thing that you need to be able to figure out, right? And a big part of that is having good cash buyers that can give a competitive offer, right? So A says, yo, as you were doing your marketing, how did you get your sales skills better? Listening to King Kong, man. I listen to King Kong a ton. Like I wake up real early, I would listen to King Kong. And that's really how I got better at, talking on the phones, talking to people, marketing, stuff like that, is listening to King Kong, man. He a beast. My guy Cordero coming through, man. What's up? Cordero coming through this thing, man. Cody coming through. Oh, my guy Cass coming through. Appreciate y'all coming through, man, on me. Hear about how to overcome title issues. Oh, man. Dude, title issues, man. You got to stay on top of the attorney's office and challenge them. You know what I'm saying? I had like attorney's office say, oh, you can't, this deal can't close because the guy had liens. And I'm like, what do you mean? He could pay them all off at closing. You know what I'm saying? So like that was one thing. But being patient, keeping the seller engaged, right? let them know, hey, we're gonna work through this, we're gonna work on this, we're gonna, we're gonna do what it takes to get it to the closing table. So ensuring that seller, for one, that you're gonna work on this, that you're gonna work with the title company, that we're gonna get these issues resolved, right? And that you're gonna be with them every step of the way. That's the number one thing. And to go through title issues and close. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the biggest thing. So I would say like that is the number one thing. Keeping the seller engaged, right? So keeping the seller engaged is the number one thing, man. I would say as far as trying to make sure that you can work through title issues and still come out the other end and close deals. So that's what I would say as far as making sure that you can get through these title issues. Like I said, the other thing is make sure you stand on that closing attorney's office to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do in order to help you get the closing. You know what I'm saying? So I think those two things are the biggest things. And obviously, if you got a buyer, if it's a good deal, buyer probably gonna be patient. But sometimes buyers get weary too. So you gotta make sure that they good. But that seller, man, you gotta keep them encouraged, and keep them on the hook. So because somebody else gonna come along and promise in the world, what I'm saying? They can come along and say we can get through those side of issues. So we got to keep the seller up and keep the seller running, man. I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to dealing with title issues. But anyways, man. So, yeah. But some people ask me like, what was the biggest thing as far as getting started? And I think the biggest thing for me was like one, understanding what the process was. But like a lot of people understand what the process is. That's why you know like that's why I was telling people all the time, it's like knowing is not the answer, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that know, you know and we get caught up a lot of time with people that know this and know that and know this and know that, but they ain't took no kind of action at all, toward doing, right? And you get so caught up in people that's so knowledgeable. Oh, he know this, he know that. Yeah, dude, you can know everything you want to know, but are you doing right? Are you taking action? Like that is the biggest thing, man. So, like that's why I talk about it a lot. That taking action part, it's hard to do. You know, taking action ain't easy. So, but Jordan said, "How did you budget for hiring?" I really did. I really just hired the first VA. Like I said, it was 15 hours, $2 an hour, and I was just paying them like because I wasn't spending money. I wasn't spending money when I got that first deal, so I was just paying the VA. You know what I'm saying? Just paying for my services to try to get the next deal. I wasn't spending money, so I was just trying to get the next deal, try 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 to get the next deal. So that's what I was doing the whole time, man. So it really wasn't like a budget. Even though I wrote up like a little budget, something that I knew I could maintain. You know what I'm saying? But I really didn't spend the money from that first deal. So I was still good. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, man, I really didn't spend the money from that first deal. Going back, like, dude, the hardest thing for a lot of people at the beginning is getting past the idea that, look, man, in order to really get going in this business, you are going to have to spend a little money, man. It's like everybody want free this, free that, free this, and that's all flashy, and that's what everybody like. But the truth about wholesaling is it's not gonna always be free, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't talking about winning daggone free tickets to the daggone football game. You ain't talking about winning free tickets to a daggone concert. We talking about something that can change your whole life, right? It's like, dude, you talking about something that could change your life. So, like, that's the biggest thing, man. Like, being able to do that, you know, um, like I'm telling you, don't understand and you can't see it. If you haven't been there, you can't understand that. If somebody told you, hey, look, you could pay this much money and it could change your whole life. You know what I'm saying? When you working now, you ain't gonna be working. You know what I'm saying? Whatever house you about to get, you wanted to buy, you gonna be able to buy twice as much as that. You know what I'm saying? Like change your entire life. So it's like, what would you do? What actions would you take? You know, so everybody looking for free, but dude, we ain't talking about no free chicken sandwich, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about a free chicken sandwich. We talking about something that could change everything, not just for you, but everybody around you, right? So like that's the big thing, man. Uh, that's the big thing as far as wholesaling goes, man. It's just hard to understand that, but that's just the truth. That's the truth of the matter. So you said you using prop screen. Can you search for only brick homes in the area? I don't think so. I don't think so. Now you can fit stuff that kind of meet that criteria. You put in square footage, bedroom, bathroom, year built could help you out with getting brick homes. So it's hard starting out. There's a lot of gurus out there that know and then make their process off ones on ones. Yep, no doubt, man. And make a 2 to 5K class. I even had a wealth group that wanted me to sign up for a member. Yeah, no doubt, man. It's like, dude, there's so many people out there that can tell you about this wholesaling thing. And they have all these different classes and all this different stuff, man. So, and that's one thing like I struggle with, like when I can't like, first of all, I didn't want to pay nobody for nothing, right? So, I wasn't paying nobody for nothing, and that's one thing that at the end I look back at all the deals that I did, and like the ones I made the least amount of money off of was the best deals. You know what I'm saying? Like my first deal I made 30K, but I should have easily made 80K. My second deal I made 6K. I should have easily made 25K. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know. I should have had 100 grand just like that first month. You know what I'm saying? I should have had 100 grand first month. If I would have do the me now, I would have had 100 grand first month. Easy, easy. Probably would have had more than that. And that's just with spending the little bit that I was spending. Right? So, dude, I'd have had 100 grand month one and probably would have just kept that junk going. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the trade-off, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the trade-off. So um the problem is like you don't know who's who. You don't know if this guy's real, this guy's real, that person's just that person's just like is this course good or is that course good? You buy a course, the next thing you know, it's like it's just a bunch of videos and you already knew all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that ain't gonna do you no good. Versus like when I went to Keith Everett 2 day, you know what I'm saying? Um, and I went there and I learned some stuff. And I was like, dang, I didn't know that. Or dang, I didn't think about that. Or dang, man. When I walked away, there's a video. I don't know where that video is, man. If anybody can find it, let me know. I was at Keith Everett 2 day and I was like, man, I walk away from here, feel like I can make $1 million. And I did. You know what I'm saying? I walked out that door and went and made it. It's crazy, man. You just know, especially if you've done a deal or two and you somebody give you something, you be like, man, I know I can run it up by doing it this way. So that's the hard thing. But my thing is like you gotta take action. So it's like if you find that person that you can understand, that you can learn from, and that you're getting value from, like I would do it because, like I said, those deals this deals I made $4,000 on, $3,000 on that I should have made $80,000 on. You know what I'm saying? I had a deal that I showed it on one of my lives. Like I had a deal that I made. I had a contract for like 59,000, 159, 159, and I sold it for like 163. They bought that mug, they do nothing to it, and they sold that mug for 246. Stupid, man. It's like I I know because I went inside and I took pictures. And then after I sold it, they I saw it online. It was the same thing. They didn't have no new cabinets, they didn't have no new floors, they didn't have no new nothing. Because the property was empty. The property was empty when I wholesaled it. It was in this exact same condition. And then they sold that mug for 246. Right. I sold it for 163. And I had a person that was interested in buying it was like, nah, I can't do this at 163. We have to be at like 158. It's like, dude, it's crazy, man. It's like I got pushed down to 163 and they turned around and sold that mother for 246. Stupid, man. So, but anyways, man, it's like you live and you learn, man. But like if I would have had somebody before, like it would have been nothing. If I'd have paid a person 5 grand to learn what I need to learn to make, you know, 70,000 off that deal, then it'll been worth it. You know what I'm saying? So like that's a big thing, man. But hold on real quick, let me see this. Hey Julie, how you doing, man? I'm doing good. I'm actually on live on social media right now talking to you. But they can't hear you though. You're on my headphones. They can't hear you. All right, I'll give you a call back. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. But yeah, man. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the courses, whatever. That was good comment right there on Nate. So A says, what was your marketing budget when you started out? Dude, I was just trying to spend whatever I made at Papa John's. You know what I'm saying? I was probably making like maybe $300 a month. You know what I'm saying? Um, well, I was spending. That's what I was spending on that, like $300 a month when I very first started out because I had prop screen and then I would skip trace as much as I could, and then on batch, I was just buying like I would put $50 on it and then takes that out, then put $50 more, takes that out, $50 more, takes that out, you know. And I was just getting the money from Papa John's and just putting it in there. You know what I'm saying? Getting money from Papa John's, put it in there, you know. So all my tips and stuff was going right in there to try to text people. Okay. I think they make a ton of revenue off those things and versus actually wholesaler. Yeah, you may be right. Like I'm little though, man. Like I ain't got that many followers like that, but I would imagine somebody who got like hundreds of thousands of followers to make a lot of money. But dude, you talking about wholesaling, like you talking about real estate. That's completely different money, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? If I get a lot of people to sign up for my course, like it ain't gonna compare to this real estate. You know what I'm saying? Because I got two closings on Friday. I got one close that's gonna be $15,000. I got another close that's gonna be like 70. You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about flipping a property, you making $70,000 at one time. You know what I'm saying? Dude, that's crazy, man. We talking about stupid stuff, right? You talk about craziness, man. You talking about doing a ridiculous amount of money. Like that is stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, once I start doing this, I start appreciating somewhat what some of these people are doing because it's like they don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have to go back and teach nobody else how to do this thing. You know, of course, there's some people that of course, it's a way to make money, and of course, there's some people out there that's just doing that to make money. You know what I'm saying? And that's whatever. But like the people that's out there making money, you see it, like they making money, and they still going back and teaching people. You know, that's different, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's taking your time away from your family, away from the business to teach other people how to do this. And you ain't got to like I ain't got to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do it. But to decide that hey, this is something I'm gonna do, that's just a way of me saying I want to make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it's like, okay, I'm making all this money, but what difference are you really making out here? You know what I'm saying? What difference are you making for everybody else? What's the good of you just doing your thing and ain't nobody else, able to do nothing? So like that was my thing, man. That's what really made me think, man, I need to do something. Like I need to do something that matters, you know what I'm saying, to other people, to help other people. You know what I'm saying? So man, like, I can sit here and do my flips, I can sit here and do my wholesaler, but it's like, you want to help other people too. So like, and it's hard to see that unless you're on the other side. Like when you're on the other side, you may think that 10 grand is a lot of money, 2 grand is a lot of money, but you talking about you talking about hitting 20K, then 30K, then 20K. Like them checks come in and they add up fast. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that little 2K, 1K, 2K, 3K, man, that ain't talking about almost nothing, man. That's pocket change, you know what I'm saying? Dude, that man, I'm telling you, man, that your brain just go on another level. You spend $1,000, like, man, that's like spending, that's like buying a bad burger or something. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid, man. It's really stupid for those people like Max Maxwell, them, you know, Flip Man, all those people, man, like that. That's really not nothing, man, compared to what they're doing, right? It's nothing, So Cordero says when an institutional buyer says they buy in the city of Nashville, Atlanta, does that mean that they're only in the city or they buy in the outskirts? Yeah, they buy in the outskirts, man. You just to ask, man. You know, ask them exactly where are you buying? Do you buy in this county? Do you buy in that county? Do you buy in this county? Like ask them, hey, do you buy in this county? Do you buy in that county? And then go search in those counties to see, okay, let me find are there cash sales in this county, right? For people who own a bunch of properties. And then that's when you'll see those hedge funds pop up. You know what I'm saying? And you'll know, oh no, they ain't buying over here. Because when I search for people who own a bunch of properties who bought cash over here, I ain't seeing much activity. And if they say they buying over here and I don't see much activity over here, then I don't need to be over here anyways because they ain't buying much over here. You see what I'm saying? So what are some of the new marketing channels that you've been wanting to try that you haven't already used? Mailers, man, RVMs, dude. Yeah. So mailers, I wish I could use mailers. Like mailers are so good because you could be so specific with what type of properties that you're targeting, right? It's just like texting and calling, but like when you do mailers, you're just hitting those specific houses. You know what I'm saying? You just hitting them. Like you could probably take your best leads, people that is interested in selling that still own that property, and hit them up with mail. You see what I'm saying? Like people that like you had them on the hook, they may have ghosted you, or maybe you had them on the hook and maybe they was like, I ain't interested no more. Send them mail. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be a great backup strategy because like Max Maxwell says this all the time. Some people like to call, some people like to text, some people read their mail. You know what I'm saying? And sending that mail out to those people, like especially once you get a good deal and then you start consistently sending out mail, there's gonna be some return on that. The return gonna be small, right? I mean, the response is gonna be small, but that small response is gonna be big. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a 20K, 30K. Oh, now you can send out some more mail. You see what I'm saying? And it just keep growing and rotating. You know. So how do you get pictures of the property for your virtual deals? Most of the time, I like hit somebody up on social media. I hit somebody up on social media, or I'm just sending the investor straight out. Like I ain't even worried about getting no pictures. You know what I'm saying? I'll send the investor straight to the property. I don't need to, I ain't worried about no pictures, or I ask the seller for pictures, right? Sellers have been really good lately at sending us in pictures, especially now. Like sellers are more like beggars, you know what I'm saying? They turn into beggars, So that's what's happening as far as these sellers these days. So let's see. Jordan says one thing I'm slacking and it's staying organized. Yeah, man, staying organized is a big thing. Like tracking KPIs, keeping my buyers list organized with their criteria and everything. Dude, I'm telling you, man, you got to get dude, Jordan. You probably should invest in an automated system. I know we have our buyers organized, and I know Cordero knows another thing that you could buy that would probably help you keep your buyers organized and keep a lot of your business in general organized. Like, our CRM, my CRM is basically my brain of my operations. It have all my different departments in it. And so I can click inside of disposition and see what's going on. I can click inside of acquisition and see what's going on. I can look in these different places, like in my lead center, and see all the leads come in and see what's going on with every lead. And when that person called out, like somebody called that person, it's recorded right there in my CRM, and I'm able to pull it up and see, oh, how did that conversation go? You see what I'm saying? I can listen to it. You see what I'm saying? So, like, having that right there is my business, organized right there within the CRM. So, that's big. You know what I'm saying? We don't even like, that's part of our mastermind, but I'm pretty sure we could probably sell just a CRM by itself. Like, I bought a CRM from Keith Everett for like $1,200. I bought that CRM from Keith Everett for $1,200. But we took it and we made it way better. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know how much I would sell it for. But if anybody interested in buying a CRM from us, we'll sell it to you. You know what I'm saying? We'll sell it to you. And the reason that we sell it to you, because we put so much into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, this is hard. This is a lot of time. You talking about a lot of time spent into creating that, but that's basically your business. You know what I'm saying? It's basically your business. All my follow-up, so it's inside of my CRM, all of that, and what Keith Everett don't do is they automate everything else. And the only thing they worried about is getting that lead into that CRM, that is that hot lead into that CRM and working it to death. You know what I'm saying? All that other stuff, texting, calling, mailers, all that stuff is outsourced. The only thing they want is the leads coming into their CRM, right? So that's what they're doing. So Aaron said, good afternoon, Byron. Good afternoon. Appreciate you coming through, man. I appreciate all y'all that's coming through. We got 14 people up in here, man. I know y'all all like the video already. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, that's the thing, man. It's hard for I started making videos so people see regular people like me can go out there and do this thing, man. Like, you don't have to be nobody that's over the top. You don't have to be the best talker. You don't have to be the smooth guy. You ain't gotta be nothing. You ain't gotta be nothing crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta have, the perfect hair. My junk be messed up sometimes. I need to get a haircut. But like, dude, you ain't gotta be perfect. You can be a regular joker. I was working my 9 to 5 regular joker. Didn't know nobody in real estate. Didn't have no background experience. Didn't have none of that. And go change everything. Like, dude, that's why I created this channel. And I appreciate y'all coming through. And it's like trying to reach more people, because there's so many regular people out there that got so many dreams, so many hopes, and wanting to do this thing. And it's like they see all the flash, but it's like, dude, there's regular people out here getting it too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy to be able to meet a lot of people that's out here doing it too, man. It's really good to see y'all out here doing it. So A says, man, I'll be at work. All I think about is wholesale. I imagine myself leaving my 9 to 5 for full-time real estate. This changed my life. Yeah, it'll change your life, man. Like I said, man, like, dude, I was sitting there for 8 years before I did anything. You know what I'm saying? 8 years of waking up at 5 o'clock, going to the school, walking the track, going into the gym, shooting basketball by myself. You know what I'm saying? Listening to books, just walking and meditating, just spending time with nature, spending time with God, listening to the Bible, reading the Bible. It's like, man, I spent a long time just thinking about this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I would talk about it, but it's like you never really imagine what it's like. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's a big thing, man. Like, I spend a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think that, oh man, it's like, dude, people think, oh, am I gonna be able to get this in 30 days? Am I gonna be able to get that this quick? Dude, I put in a lot of time, man. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, that's why I tell people, If I would have known somebody that could have just told me all this stuff, that would have fast forwarded me so much. You spend time trying to learn it, trying to learn it, trying to learn it, and then not taking action. Like if I could have got somebody to show me how to do it, and give me all this stuff, and then if I would have took action, like I would have been doing all this. You know what I'm saying? So, like I think that's the biggest stage, man. Because Daryl said, "Yes, sir. I appreciate you for dropping that mastermind for just 1,500. That's crazy." Hey, man. Hey, trying to help some people, man. Trying to do what I can to shoot, make a difference, man. Oh man, this is my brother right here. Got to take this. Buck, what's going on, man? And then up here live on Facebook and on YouTube. No, I'm still low, man. But no, it's all good. They can't hear you on my headphone. Oh, okay. Yeah, I talked to him. He said he ain't gonna make it. He said he didn't even go to the fish. He can't even get to the Fisher games. He said he can't even get to the Fisher games. Oh, okay. Shoot. Either way, I do it. I mean, either way. Yeah. Just let me know. I'm in. All right, man. Yeah, that's my brother right there, man. But so Jordan says, at what point did you not have to do acquisitions on your own anymore? Oh, I brought somebody in, man, to help. You know what I'm saying? I partnered with my guy that came back from the military, and I was like, shoot, man, I show you how to do it. You work acquisitions for me. You start your own thing, but just work acquisitions for me. And that's what he did. So, just partnering with people, man. Like I did that kind of early on. Well, I would say early on. I kind of did that. I would say it was like 4 months after my first deal, but I could have been done it. But 4 months after my first deal, the thing is, I had to have somebody I trusted and somebody who was hungry. You can't bring in somebody who kind of want it. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring in somebody who hungry and that understand, like, you got to go kill it and drag it home. Like, dude, it's like, you know, most people used to going to work. I work this amount of hours. They pay me this amount of money, and that's it. Nah, it doesn't work like that in this business, man. You're not just gonna get paid just because. You gotta kill it, right? It's like, if you shoot it and it keep going and get away, you don't eat. It's like you gotta kill it and drag it home, man. You gotta drag that. You gotta drag that thing home, man. It's like, you gotta find people that willing to go out there and hunt. It's like, dude, you gotta find people who love it, man. It's like, dude, and that's what happened, man. Like he loved it, like he still does, man. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that, because I've been knowing him, and that's the kind of person he is. It's like, dude, you gotta want to go out there and hunt and bring it home. It's like, and that's what we do, man. It's like, you're an entrepreneur, like, But anyways, man. So it's like this is not a freaking 9 to 5, man. If you don't go out there and hunt, if you don't go out there and kill and drag it home, you ain't gonna eat, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you bring in a person that don't understand that, it's not gonna work. You know, if you don't bring in a person to understand that, it's not going to work. They have to understand that. So that's what I would say. You can bring them in right now, but they better understand we hunting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just can't be giving you money just because. We got to go out here and bring the money in, So, but that would be my biggest thing. So, what CRM you use? We use Podio, man. But like, dude, this Podio is on steroids. Like, Podio is free, but like all the automations that we created, within Podio, it's like it's a bunch of coding stuff, man. And I got a technology guy that does all my stuff, but like, dude, it's stupid, man. You talking about pushing buttons, sending out contracts, contract going out, come back in. We talking about pushing buttons, sending out the email to the seller, pushing buttons, sending out contract commitment to the seller, pushing button, sending out email to the buyer, letting them keeping them updated, sending out, pushing the button, sending out email to the attorney's office, letting them know, hey, we got this property, we got this contract that needs to be closed. Here's the buyers, here's the seller information, and it's all right there. Like, you ain't got to type it up. You hit the button and bam, there it is. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. Hitting a button and sending out properties to all of your buyers. Just that automated system. And then with it being that way, you can teach virtual assistants, that you paying $3 an hour, how to do that stuff, right? And now your business is running, and you look like a pro. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing, man. So it says, hey, my organization's terrible. I still use Excel spreadsheets. Like, dude, I used to use Excel, man. Like, when I first got started, I was doing 10K a month on Excel. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what Podio was. Right? I was doing 10K a month and no CRM, didn't know what CRM stood for, and didn't know what Podio was. You know what I'm saying? Podio is free, man. Go get it. It's free. Like, the free version is free. So go get Podio, man. Even if you ain't done no deals, it'll allow you to keep up with what you're doing and stuff like that. But like, you trying to run a business, like, you can set your whole business up on Podio. Teach the VAs how to work, and then that thing can run. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a big one, man. I think that's a real big one. So they say, I appreciate you, the honesty. There's a lot of people out there that aren't trying to spread the wealth. Yeah. Yeah, man. Have alternate motives. Yep, no doubt, man. There's a lot of people out there who just trying to make money. Decide to just, just sell it the course. You know what I'm saying? I understand multiple income revenues, but not at my price. Oh man, no doubt, man. And like, dude, that's the thing. Like, shoot, I didn't have the money to pay for no course or anything like that when I first got started. At least I thought I did. And that's another thing, man. You think you ain't got the money, but you do. You know what I'm saying? You sitting there thinking, no, I really don't. Like, dude, it's out there. You know what I'm saying? It is out there. Like, dude, it's like, I didn't have the money to get started wholesaling, but Papa John's had the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did not have the money to start wholesaling, but Papa John's had the money. All I had to do is go up there, deliver their pieces. Bam, here we go. I got money. You see what I'm saying? It's out there, man. And the thing is, it's like, how bad do you really want to change everything? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I could have sat there and said, nah, I ain't got the money, man. I'm broke. I can't start this whole thing. I'm broke. I really ain't got the money. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. Like, I could have done that, and I would have just been average, same guy I was before. I'd have been teaching for 13, 14 years. You know what I'm saying? Still sitting in that classroom, man. But it's like, dude, whatever stands in the way becomes the way. The obstacle is the way. Whatever you think is standing in your way, that is the way. You need to go towards that. You don't need to try to get away from it. Whatever stands in the way becomes the way. The obstacle is the way, right? And you got to go towards the issue. You can't run away from it. You got to go toward it, man. Like, you got to go fight with the issue, right? You got to go handle the issue. You got to go deal with the issue, right? And then you'll start seeing the rewards, right? So, like, that's what I would tell you, man. And it ain't easy, man. Like, I'm not saying talking like it's easy. Like, dude, it is not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not easy, man, to go out here and do it, man. I remember getting off work and going to deliver people groceries. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. Like, I'm a teacher, and I'm showing up to people's doors delivering groceries, right? It's like, so, or going out delivering pizzas. I'm delivering pizzas, right? It's like, I was telling people that, yeah, I was delivering pizzas. Like, dude, you a teacher and you delivering pizzas. What are you doing? Like, there's a bunch of people who thought, what are you doing, man? It's like, this one guy at my job, like, dude, you was doing this, and then you was delivering groceries, then you were delivering pizzas, then you were cutting grass. It's like, dude, what are you doing? What am I doing, man? I'm trying to get to the next level. That's what I'm doing. It's like, I'm trying to get my kids out of this freaking apartment, man. It's like, what do you mean what I'm doing? It's like, dude, oh my God. It's like, dude, it's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? It is crazy, you know, but it got to be something that burn. You know what I'm saying? It's something that just, you won't, you can't let it go. You know what I'm saying? It's burning right there. I just can't let it go. I just cannot let this be it. You know what I'm saying? I cannot let this be it. I got to do something. It's like you ever seen that movie John Q, where the wife is like, "Do something, John. Do something. Like, do something. Somebody gotta do something." It's like, we can't stay like this. We cannot remain the same. We cannot stay like this. Somebody has to do something. It's like, and my thing is like, dude, if it ain't me, then who the heck gonna do it? I'm gonna leave it to my kids to do. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gonna do it, then the next person come along and be like, man, I want to take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you don't go out there and do it, if you don't buy a prop screen, if you don't take the leap, if you don't take no action, if you don't go out there and put your money on the line, if you don't go out there and make that extra money to be able to pursue your dreams, to put your family on the next level, then who gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to be 50 years old being average and my kids looking around like they trying to put us on the next level. That's garbage, man. For me, it's for me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get to choose their own thing, man. But for me, I couldn't do it, man. I had to do something. So A said, at what point did you go out and get a tax advisor? Dude, I did it like my first year wholesaler, man. My first year wholesaler, when I got a tax advisor, it was stupid, man. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, dude, I gotta get somebody. But yeah, man, when I ain't got somebody, they helped me out. It was all good. So do you have a target wholesale fee nowadays? I shoot for 10K every time. So wholesale 9 to 5 fan, let's get that bad. No doubt, Rolex, man. 9 to 5 wholesalers, baby. You don't know what that is, man. Like, that's my group of people that I coach, that I mentor, that have helped to, learn how to do this wholesale thing, man. So Norman, you got a great last name, man. But Norman says, I currently work from home and have time on my hands. Do you still recommend texting? I, it just depends on what you want to do. I'd rather call. If I just had time, like, dude, if I had time, I didn't have the kids. Like, dude, I'm calling. You know what I'm saying? I want to get on the phone with you. I want to hear your voice. I want you to hear my voice. I want to really talk to you and see, are you interested in selling? Because a lot of these people, they get, foreign people that's calling. They get my cold callers, right? But to hear an American calling you is like, hey, are you interested in selling your property? Okay, what is this guy talking about? What do you got going on? So they'll listen, man, and like, dude, you run into people who need to sell or maybe interested in selling. Bam, you follow up with them, you keep working with them, and you bring them a good cash offer, right? And that's all you're trying to do, man. You're trying to provide a service. My service is, I'm going to bring you a good competitive cash offer and help you get in the situation that you're trying to get in. You want to move in 5 days? I'm going to help you move in 5 days. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring you that cash offer. Might be able to help you get some money up front to move. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's the thing, man. Being able to bring a service to people, right? That's what you're really trying to do. But how you going to bring that service if you ain't got no cash buyers? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my thing. That's why I say cash buyers first. So Ace, I remember the first day I did DoorDash, man. I saw my old friend. He was like, "What are you doing?" I was dashing, man. After that, I was like, "I don't care who sees me." Yeah, your dreams is more important than what people think, man. No doubt, dreams are more important than what people think. So Eddie said, "Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming through, Eddie and Glenda." Star, appreciate you coming through. How you come from multifamily? Multifamily is going to be based on cap rates, right? So you got to do the cap rate. So cap rates is, that's a completely different beast. You got to take the rents. Then you got to look at the comparable rents in the area to determine the value of a property. So you're not going to be looking at other properties. You're going to be looking at the rents. You know what I'm saying? Versus how much you got to pay. You know what I'm saying? So you looking at rents versus how much you got to pay to get the cap rate, right? So that's a completely different arena, right? One that I want to get into at some point, but I have, not that I haven't got that yet. I haven't even tried to go into that direction yet. Still wholesaling, still trying to put some stuff in line. Far as like, I'm doing trucking. Like I'm putting my main thing right now is putting this trucking business together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wholesaling, I'm doing some flipping, but I'm trying to put this trucking business together. You know what I'm saying? Get that really rolling, you know. And I got one truck, but I'm gonna add two more trucks. It's like, dude, I'm trying to get to $1 million a year trucking. How about that? You know what I'm saying? So, like that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have, I don't know what $1 million a year add up each day, but I'm trying to get thousands of dollars a day deposited into my bank account. You know what I'm saying? So, I should be like 10K a day deposited into my bank account. Every day, 10K in the bank. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do with this trucking thing, man. So that's like one of my biggest focus. But I do want to go multifamily on, that's one of the things I want to do. I have a triplex right now, but I'm talking about going big multifamily, so like that's one of the big things I'm trying to do. But yeah, man, appreciate all y'all coming through, all your questions. Like I said, we got 15 people in here. I appreciate all y'all liking the videos and sharing my stuff, man. Y'all do a great job of liking my videos, sharing my stuff, and I really appreciate that, man. Y'all got me going today, though, man. Y'all started taking me back to Mile Wide, taking me back to the times when I was just sitting there not taking action and stuff like that, man. You start thinking about that stuff, like, man, I could have not taken action, right? you know. So but everybody got their own thing that works for them, man. And your stuff is not gonna be like mine, and so but that don't mean nothing, you know. There was times where I was like, man, it's too saturated. There's no way I can get started right now. There's too many people trying to do this. Who says that I'm gonna be the one to get the property sold? But like, all that belief right there is limiting beliefs, man. It's doubting yourself, and it's doubting opportunity out there. There's so much opportunity out there, man. You just gotta be willing to go out there and do it. Because most people are never gonna do anything. You know what I'm saying? Most people ain't gonna do nothing, right? They ain't gonna do nothing, man. Most people ain't gonna do nothing. And that's just the truth. It's like most people don't want to hear the truth. Most people ain't gonna do nothing, right? And the people who say or want to do something, as soon as a little obstacle get in their way, they out, right? And then the people who will go past the obstacle, soon as they got to bring some money out of their pocket, they out, right? Because it's crazy. It's like, dude, soon as people got to pay some money, they out. You know what I'm saying? I got to pay money for prop screen. I'm out. I can't pay prop screen. I got to pay money to text. Well, I'm out. I got to pay money to call. I'm out. It's like, dude, those people are never gonna make it. It's like, they're never gonna make it. It's very slim chances of making it. Very slim. I would say your chances, I would say the chances of a wholesaler being successful, right? If you try to do everything for free, your chances are super low. Super. I would say 1%, right? Out of all the people who ever try to look into wholesaling, 1%, probably less than 1%, actually do it for free, completely free, and become successful, right? I would say your chances increase if you're willing to pay a little money to get started. I would say your chances probably increase more if you have like some type of coach or mentor, right? That that you pay to get started. I would say your chances drastically increase if you have somebody that's in real estate that's already started and can show you how to do it. Right. I think you got crazy chances if you know somebody in real estate and they willing to help you get started. I think your chances drastically increase. It's crazy because it's nothing like actually knowing a person and them showing you how to do it. It's way easier. You know what I'm saying? And them being able to sit you down and be right there with you, and show you how to do it, and stuff like that. Like, you could take that and really run with it. You know what I'm saying? For them to give you their contacts, and give you their contracts and give you everything they got, I think that's a big one. But shoot, anyways, man, I've been over here for over 50 minutes, man. I'm finna get out of here. I appreciate y'all coming through today. Man, I appreciate y'all coming through. Everybody that came through. Norman, Cass, Rolex, A came through, Jordan came through. Jordan, we still gotta get together and get you on the on the live. Um, Man, Eddie came through. Let me see who else came through. Nate came through. Wolf of Wall Street came through. My big cuz, Mr. Lee Rawls, came through. Uh, JB came through. Cass came through. Right? Man, Cordero came through. Cody came through. Aaron came through. I appreciate all y'all coming through, man, hollering at me on the live. Norman Fitzgerald came through. Glenda came through. I appreciate all y'all coming through, man. Cordero says, this is a good one. I'm going to go back and hit this one again. No doubt. George said, let's get it. There we go. Ace said, hey. I appreciate y'all through, man. I'll see y'all boys and ladies tomorrow.